All right. Brown balls, we are back in the house. Kenny, how you doing, brother?
Go New York, go New York, go.
Man, yes, we have got. I know we are a little late to the train on this one, but Game Four, New York against the Spurs. New York is now officially up 3-1, one win away from a amazing playoff run. Obviously, we got to talk about the game itself. That was a 25-point comeback, right, by New
Well,
York.
technically 29, right? They were down by 29 in
29.
the second quarter, yeah.
So second time this offseason, I mean, yeah, in the playoffs, they've come back down more than 20 something points. First against the Cavs and now against the Spurs in one of the biggest games. Honestly, walk me through it, man. Like, what exactly were your thoughts as you were? Because at halftime, most people, I mean, and myself included, I turned it off. I was like, this is a blowout. It's not gonna happen.
So luckily for me, man, as you know, I was on vacation, right? I was coming from Bahamas that day too.
Yeah,
So luckily for me, I had no choice but to leave it on because I was on the flight from Houston to LA. So I was like, you know what, I have nothing to lose. The lead is pretty bad, right? But remember what I said about this series about San Antonio that they they get too comfortable, meaning like they start shooting 3 pointers, and they love 3 point shooting. They remind me of Boston Celtics. That's why you can always be in the game when a team loves shooting threes, right? And I told you, if San Antonio does end up losing this series, it's because Wemby does not want to sit his ass in the center position. He wants to be a guard. He wants to be that point guard, and he wants to do that flashy 3 point shooting or shooting from outside. So when the lead was 29, right, I was like, shit, you know. I didn't want to say. Okay, I'm not going to be the one saying here that, oh no, I thought New York was coming back. No. I thought New York will maybe make it a game little, like come back and be down by 20, maybe 15. Kind of make it back and forth. I did not predict San Antonio blowing the whole lead. And do you believe in the third quarter, San Antonio had 0 pain points in the paint?
yeah,
Zero. You tell me that, man. And they only had 8 field goals made in the whole second half.
yeah. I mean, that was a complete meltdown by San Antonio in the second half.
And
What do you attribute it to coaching? Like, I know we gave Atkinson a really hard time about Cavaliers and how he did it. Is this a coaching thing? Is this a player thing? Inexperience? What do you think it is?
honestly, dude, I'll be honest with you. This has to do with everything, right? It's coaching slash players slash set runner up to the MVP, Mr. Wemby, right there. It's everyone, right? Look, New York has done this already in Game One in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were down 22 in the fourth quarter, actually, right? And they came all the way back. In the fourth, they're down by 20 at this time, right? So the way I see it is that if they would have used their timeout like we blamed Atkinson, like they didn't want to use their timeout, right? San Antonio, I think what is it, Miss Johnson, right? You should use this timeout. He didn't want to take out, right? Wemby was gassed, right? And at the same time, you should start telling your players that they stop shooting threes, go inside,
Right.
go penetrate, right?
The clock
And
down, yeah.
in the end, players can do so much. Coach, the reason you're there is because you're able to see the whole entire game, right? When you're playing the game, like when you're out there playing, you're not able to tell what's kind of transpiring at the same. But as a
Right.
coach, you have that front row seat and seeing what's going on with your team, right? They're not executing, right? They're missing their shots, right? That's when you have to come in and be like, let's call timeout. Let's tell the guys, calm down, right? Calm down, right? But then at the same time, the coach is making mistakes by letting them be out there, right? Like, I mean, tell me this: Wemby for the second half, the 24 minutes that's been played, guess how many minutes he played?
I don't know.
23
Was it
minutes. 23 minutes out
23?
of 24.
Damn.
Only 1 minute rest. Okay, tell me this: why is Wemby getting 1 minute rest when you had the lead above 20 points most of the third quarter and half of the fourth quarter? Like, why is he resting for only 1 minute, right? You should have rested him more in the third quarter, took him out, did everything you can, right? And just I just don't understand the fact that, like, I think Charles Barkley, I don't know if you saw the Inside the NBA afterwards, he said it the best. I sometimes Charles I don't agree with, but he said it the best, right? He's like, that's one of the dumbest team I ever seen play. Like literally, we just witnessed the dumbest team play ever. Because how do you blow a 29 point lead, right? And forget the 29 point lead. You had a 25 point lead in the third quarter. How do you end up blowing that? Literally, Knicks didn't win this game. Spurs
Right.
blew this game, right?
Yeah.
And same thing. I mean, you tell me, Tapis, you were on the winning side. How did you feel this same shit happened to you in I don't know 2000, what was it, 15, 16, when New England came back from 28-3. How, think about it. Well, as a fan, you thought the game was over too at the
Oh yeah,
time. You
yeah.
know, I mean, you're on the other side, the team coming back, right? It was just unbelievable. Like,
Right. I mean, it was not only obviously Patriots coming back, but it's also the Falcons making the dumbest plays, like throwing it on a third and five, whatever it was. Like they're just making really bad plays down the stretch where instead of securing the ball, running the ball like they had really good momentum going. Same thing with Spurs. Like I don't understand where for context for me is that they're down 1-2. It's not like they're up 2-1. You can give a game away. You're going to be conservative timeout. You're down one. This is the most important game of your entire life for your playoffs, and you're just being apprehensive about calling timeouts, changing up the plays, and all. It makes no sense. Like what the thought process for the Spurs was. I like Mitch Johnson. I think he's a good coach. But all of this, and I think it was Chris Broussard who else said it. He's going for Spurs, but he said the thing that will kill the Spurs is their inexperience, and this all shows. And not that the Knicks are like a dynasty or anything either. As Jalen Brunson first time going to the finals and all that kind of stuff, but like this is all like you can tell this is all inexperience right in front of you from the coaching, from the players, everything. It's all inexperience. That
like
was
this is like the thing was this, right? Okay, and okay, third quarter started, right? They were up by 25, 26, whatever the point lead was. Did you see the
yeah,
way they ran that offense? They took shots within 5, 6 seconds.
yeah, exactly.
Why would you, okay, out of that 24 shot clock, why not shoot it at 20 second, you know, like, or like literally, like at least like, like drain the shot clock down a little. Why? Okay, San Antonio was helping out the Knicks by speeding up the game, right? Because Knicks, if needed more possessions, right? And San Antonio was like, "Oh, you need more possessions? It's okay. We will come down and just chuck a three. We'll come down and just chuck a three. That's all we're gonna do, nothing else, right?" And New York got more possessions and more confidence, right? At the same time, like Mike Brown has been there, right? He lost,
Hmm.
when he went with LeBron. He was a rookie coach at the time, and he's been there, so he knows that. Like, okay, fine. Let's just stay calm, weather the storm. Let's play together, and also you have Jalen Brunson on your side, right? And this is the home game too, so I mean, this is insane, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
and it's not like they made like 10 straight three pointers to cut it. It was literally like little by little they were building, and San Antonio kept bailing them out with the quick shots, with the three pointer that they're not good at threes, and yet they continue to try to make threes.
and no, I agree with you. And what was crazy, because Jalen Brunson was on Inside the NBA after the game, right?
Mhm.
And I love what he said, right? They're like, "How did you guys come back, right? How did you guys come back?" And he said, he used the greatest analogy that I thought about, right? He's like, we just started hitting singles.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and it was up to the next batter. It was next person, right? It was just singles. It wasn't a home run play. We were just trying to put together runs, basically. Like, we weren't going for home run plays. That's what he was basically alluding, in that we were just
Right.
putting down singles, and then that makes sense, because once that cycle starts, you keep on getting batters home right away, right? And that's what they kept on doing. They kept on doing little plays, right? They kept on like getting their, free throw line. They kept on like getting 2 pointers. And the thing was this, I knew the tide was kind of changing, is because in the third quarter, they go on a 13-0 run, right?
Mhm.
In the fourth quarter, they go on another 15-2 run. And then in the end of the fourth, they go on like an 8 something run again. They put down, they came down with like a couple of runs in the second half that kind of brought the game very close, right? And to be honest with you, look, I hate San Antonio because I'm a huge Laker fan. I don't want San Antonio to win. But again, I'm not a Wemby hater, right? But I'm always hard on him because he wants to basically cement his legacy as like one of the best players right now, right, in the game
Mhm.
currently, right? Which he is,
It fit.
arguably. He played well this year.
Mhm.
I just feel that he doesn't get enough criticism. If this was Jalen Brunson blowing a 29-point lead, people would be all over Jalen Brunson right now. If this was like Shy Alexander doing this, everybody would be all over. Jokic did it, definitely. LeBron would be murdered today, to be honest with you. Like, forget it. LeBron would be like great, like buried in the ground today. I don't understand why people have this fascination about Wemby. I understand he's only 20 or whatever he is, and he's
Right.
a young player, but why is he not getting criticized? And look, I like what Charles Barkley said. I love what he said. He had great comments what he said about it. It wasn't the De'Aaron Fox play that killed the game. By the way, everyone wants to blame this De'Aaron Fox. I want to get your take on this. It wasn't De'Aaron Fox, right? I want to go back to Wemby. Right before that possession, they're
He
up
missed
by
two free
one.
throws. Yeah.
What did Wemby do?
Missed a
Right?
two free throws.
He's
Yeah.
an 80-something free throw shooter. If you're 80-something free throw shooter, you should do 1-1 at least. You shouldn't do 0 for 2, first of all, right? And that's the biggest moment, right? And
Mm-hmm.
think about if Luca was on that free throw line. People would have murdered Luca, dude. Is this what you want to consider yourself?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this: it didn't come down to De'Aaron Fox play. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox made a bonehead play. I agree with that. The dumbest play he did, right? But it was the whole entire team in the second half. They just celebrated too early, you know? Like they were just in that emotional roller coaster. But what I want to get your two takes about Wemby's getting not criticized as much, right? As be making him more accountable. Because no one's keeping Wemby accountable. I don't know, it's been at least 48 hours now. Nobody has said any bad shit about Wemby. Nobody has said anything about how Wemby, as a captain of the team, as a best player of the team, he should have said, "I'm putting my ass down low. Give me the ball. We're going down and getting fouled right now, and we're gonna slow this game down." Nobody's criticizing Wemby. Everyone's saying that, oh, Miss Johnson didn't do this, De'Aaron Fox didn't do this. No Wemby though. I mean, I know you like Wemby a lot, but so I want to get your take on that. Do you agree or disagree
Well,
with this?
I don't think Wemby is a leader of the team. He's the best player on the team. He's not the leader of the team. It's kind of like when the Lakers were younger, right? When the Lakers were Shaq and Kobe, who was a captain? Rick Fox. Because you can't depend on Shaq and Kobe to be the leaders of the team. That's not who they are. Same with OKC when they won last year. You wouldn't say Shai is the leader. It was more of a collective effort, including the coach who is the leader of the team. Right? With LeBron, with Luca, they're older, they're more veteran. You consider them leaders because they're also the most vocal. Wemby is not like that. So I think that's why he's so young, and that's why people are giving him a pass because he's still developing. He's still learning how to be a leader. It's like Kevin Durant didn't get a lot of hate for all the team that he jumped to. He doesn't get that much hate. He's still considered one of the best players in the league. No one says, "Oh, Kevin Durant can never win a championship by himself." He joins, even with Kevin Durant, who is a better player than Steph Curry at the time when he joined the Warriors.
Yeah,
Steph Curry was the leader of the team.
yeah.
So, like it's just kind of how it is, Like I think that's why people don't give Wemby the craziest criticism, and why I think you should give De'Aaron Fox the criticism is because that was the dumbest play. I mean, it was so bad you had people who don't watch basketball
I get it.
commenting, making videos about what the hell was that?
I get
Why
it.
are you doing that? Even WNBA is throwing shades at freaking De'Aaron
No, I
Fox
get
for it.
it. That
So like,
was, but that
and
did not lose the game though.
he is the most experienced player. He's the one you should look up to and be like, De'Aaron Fox, you had the most experience out of all of us in the league. You've been to the playoffs a lot. Guide us there, and he's the one making the stupid ass plays. He's the
But
one that should be pulling Wemby aside, like, "Yo, this is how we're gonna do it." That's what I think they look toward De'Aaron Fox for. I don't think Wemby is considered the leader of the
yeah,
team. He's the
but
best player.
if you okay, fine. If you're the best player, right? Forget the leader, right? If you're the best player on that team, right, and you know your team, it comes down to X's and O, right? I mean, Tavis, we're talking about like playing in the backyard here. If I'm the best player on our team, and I know the team's coming back, I will tell my teammates to give me the ball, and let's
But that's what
execute,
a
right?
leader is, not the best player.
I mean, come on. At the same time, I mean, okay, I understand. Okay, I understand what De'Aaron Fox did was the dumbest shit ever, and I still think that did not lose them the game, right? I did think that like combination of everything lost them the game, right? If Wemby would have even at least hit one of his free throws out of two, would have helped them out, right? Wemby missed two, right? I mean, I'm just saying that if this was some other superstar missing two free throws like that towards the end of the game with less than 25 seconds to go or 30 seconds to go, they'll be crucified today, dude, by missing those free throws, right? I don't care what De'Aaron Fox
No,
did,
no.
right?
I think no. The rightful person should be crucified. Who is the best free throw shooter in the Spurs? De'Aaron Fox.
It
He
can't
is
be
the
him.
best. He is.
Oh, is it?
He is the best free throw shooter, and he's the one that tried to get a layup. I mean, I get it, right? I would say the collapse of the Spurs didn't happen with that play. I'll give you that. I'm
Exactly.
not saying that they lost the game because
Yeah.
of that, but you still had that chance. Like when I think the collapse of the game happened when the Knicks pulled within 3. You're like, okay, this is over. Like the Knicks have all the momentum. Knicks are going to find a way to win this game. You just knew it. And the Spurs were holding on, going back and forth a little bit. But that play by De'Aaron Fox, knowing who he is, right? Knowing his value to the team, and I think he's the true leader of the team. Like call the timeout, right? Call something, or just you're up by 1, run out the clock, or get fouled. You were the best free throw shooter in the team. You're gonna get at least 1 or 2 as well. Like,
Right.
I don't understand. I think he lost them the game, but
Of course.
they lost that. Well, actually, he cost them the game, but they lost the game when they came back. That's what I'm trying to say. I give Wemby the 2 missed free throws. LeBron missed 2 free throws in his clutch. I think in the Miami Heat days too, when they lost the first time against Mavericks, and I don't think he got as much crazy hate as people expected. But I think that happens, right? In my only thing is I think De'Aaron Fox made probably the worst decision that player can make. And and I think it was I saw this on TikTok. The funny thing is the most hilarious and like coincident thing is Mike Brown, right? Who is a coach of the Knicks,
Got
was
fired because of
fired by the
that.
Kings because he was too hard on which player?
Darren Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. Because
Especially
why
that
he
play.
makes
That play.
stupid plays in games and that frustrated him. And we are here full circle.
Oh my.
Mike Brown's probably out there like pouring a couple of his whiskeys. Like, dude, I'm just chilling. Like he's like, I've been saying this, and his ass got thrown out the gutter after winning Coach of the Year, which is insane to me. He got kicked out for criticizing De'Aaron Fox for making stupid plays in games, and here we are.
It's funny because he got fired the day after that. They made that a 4-point play to win the game. Detroit win the game. They're
Yeah,
up by 3, and De'Aaron Fox fouled. I think Tobias Harris for a 3-point. And it's like, dude, they're up by 3. He fouls. He gets an and 1, and they lose that game. And so, but no, I get it, right? I mean, look, it's such a crazy play because everyone wants to say that IQ, right? And in that moment of the game, dude, it's kind of like saying this, right? Okay, if you're the NFL player, right? It's kind of like this is an analogy I can shoot, right?
mm.
That you at the 30-yard line, and it's like 4th and 10, right? And oh no, sorry, 3rd and 10, and the other team needs the ball back, right? And it's under like 30 seconds to go, and the quarterback throws a ball, and the safety slips, and the receiver gets the ball. What do you do then? You kneel? That's game over because it's gonna be 4
Right.
downs again.
Win the game.
Or would you just go for a touchdown, right?
Right.
And so what I'm trying to say is that the way that play happened and the ball just
Trying to go
went
for a
that way,
touchdown.
his mindset like shit. I'm gonna go for a layup. Like it's like because okay, I'm just saying on Darius Fox that on his mindset was OG was trailing, right? He wasn't anywhere close to him. And Darius Fox is the fastest player in the NBA, right? So he thought that shit, he's not even like next to me. He's trailing me. So he has like a wide open layup to go, right? And he slowed down and
Exactly.
OG
That's the
and
issue.
OG
If
just
he
like
had kept his speed, then I understand. But he
yeah,
slowed
he
down
didn't.
thinking,
He
oh, no
slowed
one's gonna get
down and
this.
and I think he got confused because I think reality said him saying that shit I shouldn't go for it. We're up by 1, and I think he slowed down there, right? And then he was in that middle where basically he effed up. And then same thing what happened to Josh Hart the previous play, right? He had an open layup and he went up. He didn't know if he wanted to dunk or lay it up, and he missed a wide open layup. It's like I don't know if you saw that play, what I'm talking about. They're down by New York was down by 1. It's about a minute and a half to go. New York was down by 1, and they get a steal, and Josh Hart is open, literally, and he was going. He was in a crossfire between a dunk or a layup, and he just tried to lay it up then, and it bounced out, and they didn't score, and that was a huge play. So, but yeah, I get it, man. But I just don't. Okay, I just don't think that Wemby gets the right criticism by people today or about what happened because to be honest with you, like in the second half, to have 0 points in the paint, that means Wemby was loving the outside and he wasn't going
Yeah,
down low.
I think Wemby. The thing I'll criticize him about is the same thing that I criticize Embiid. Is like you're Joel Embiid. Besides Wemby, one of the best low post player in the game, right? And he's not a good 3-point shooter. compared to other good 3-point shooters in your team or the league, right? Joel Embiid does not, but he will bail himself out all the time with the 3-pointer, which is the dumbest thing ever, right? Same with Wemby. I think Wemby gets way too comfortable shooting 3-pointers when he literally cannot guard him when he's in the post like that. He has to realize I'm going to use my size to my advantage, and we're gonna win it. Like I'm just gonna go down, and I think he gets in trouble. I think it was there was a stat that I saw when Wemby shoots more than 3 points a game,
Oh
three
yeah,
pointers a game, they're
yeah,
like under 500, and then
oh yeah.
when they doesn't, they're 9-1. Like
It's
they're
insane.
amazing because that's how it is, and this is in the playoffs,
Yeah,
not regular
season.
season. So
Yeah.
yeah, I will give you that. I mean, Wemby, I don't know why he does that. I think he's trying to become the hero. I think he's trying to assert himself into like I am. Maybe it's Madison Square Garden, like the mecca of basketball. He probably feels good when like, oh, we're blowing them out. I'm gonna go there and like make a statement, like how LeBron has done in the past. Like, all these stars have their Madison Square Garden moments, right? Everyone scores a shit ton of points against the Knicks in the Madison Square Garden. Like LeBron has, Kobe has, everyone has, right?
Yeah.
I think he wants that, and maybe he got a little too excited. But I think in the end, for me, where I blame most of this is the coaching. You have a young team, you have a very inexperienced team. You can't expect Wemby, Castle, Vessel, all of them to understand how to navigate this kind of run the Knicks are putting on. And Knicks are comfortable with it. They never feel like they're down. They're comfortable with it, right? Mitch Johnson should be like, this is gonna be on me, guys. I'm gonna make sure this does not happen, right? And he didn't do it. So I think this is a complete breakdown from the coaching perspective. Obviously, the last couple of plays, Wemby missing free throws and De'Aaron Fox in that stupid ass whatever that was, that's obviously costing the game. But I think the actual loss of the game should fall on the coaching.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Mitch Johnson said the same thing. What the guy from Cleveland said. What's his coach
Oh
name?
God, Atkinson
He's in the
technically
same.
won this game.
No.
Statistically,
He's like technically we should be up 3-1 right now.
yeah,
If we didn't close out the game properly, he's like in my
stupid,
mind we
dude.
should be up 3-1. I'm like, no, you're okay. You're down, dude. Like
Yeah.
let it be. Like he's like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, and I want to get your take on this, right? You're probably the wrong person to ask this because you were spoiled by Tom Brady
Yeah.
and making 10 Super Bowls championship. And so this notion that they say that San Antonio's a young team and they'll be there
Mhm.
for a while, win it now.
Yeah, I don't believe
And
it.
I hate that, man. Like, you're in the effing finals. Like, you're not guaranteed to be back. Like, I understand people think that I understand how good Wemby is, but again, people don't realize Yao Ming was this great too, and he got
Mhm.
injured and it was never Yao
Yeah.
Ming ever again. Same thing with Kevin Durant. He never got back unless he went in to join the Golden State Warriors. Same thing. Same thing with OKC Thunder. William wasn't healthy. Their second best player was not healthy, and they couldn't get to the finals again. And they're the number one seed the whole entire season too. So this notion of that, okay, if they lose, they'll be back next year. I don't believe that, dude. Like, and
Yeah, I don't.
I think that, and I do believe this. San Antonio players feel the same way that okay, we'll be back again next year. It's not
Yeah.
that. I don't understand
It's
this.
the same. Like I think we talked about earlier, like last year too. Like Anthony Edwards had that same kind of like cockiness. Like, oh, we'll be back. Like, it's okay. Like we messed up the Western Conference Final. We'll be back. Here, and they're not going to be here. And I think you're right because the West is also very very stacked. Like OKC is going to be back. They're still good, right? I think they might even be favored going into next season, even though they lost in the West
Yeah,
Conference Final. Lakers can get better. I think the Nuggets will get better, or they're going to stay the same. But like the Nuggets will be good there; they'll be there. So you can't guarantee in a stacked West you're going to come out every single time. It's not going to happen. I mean, even the East. Look at that. Every single East. We haven't had a continuous East finalist in a very long time because they also just jump around. Even though the East is also very weak, there's a different team every single time in the final. So I don't like the notion of like, oh, we'll be back. That's not going to happen. Wemby cannot guarantee his health, and he can't guarantee the team he has now because, like we talked about, Castle is good. He's probably gonna want a lot of money. Dylan Harper is the next one up. I think that's gonna want a lot of money, and you cannot keep all these people together.
no,
So you're
no,
gonna lose out on it. So there's just no way you can get so complacent. This is your one chance. You take it. If you're there, you might as well cash in. And it doesn't seem like San Antonio. San Antonio, I think for Wemby, his mindset was, "Oh, we beat OKC, we're gonna win the championship." And now, like, that's why every single after they lost game one, game two, he's like, "It's okay, we'll be all right, we'll be fine. Don't worry, we're gonna be all right." And now he's all like, "Fuck, we're screwed."
Did you hear what he said today? The presser
No,
for
I didn't hear what you say.
I'm telling you, man. I was telling my wife the other day, Wemby needs to really hire, or San Antonio needs to hire a really good
PR.
PR person for Wemby. To be honest with you,
What do you
because
say?
this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Because if LeBron would have said what he said, like this, down 3-1, will be he'll be I'm telling you, he'll be crucified. They asked Wemby, "What's your take on being down 3-1?" He's like, "We all know we're gonna do it. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. That's a really dumb
We
response.
all know we're
You
gonna do it. It's
there's
just gonna happen. Like
Yeah,
you can't
there's
say that
better
right now,
things you
dude.
can say, like you have confidence, but yeah, what he that like the way he said it, like you're saying, that's stupid.
Like you should read it. You should Google it right now. It'll come up right now for you, and it'll be like he literally said that. And I'm like, and then obviously he said it by saying that we're still focused on one game at a time. I mean that's the right thing to say. But he said he made a notion that we all feel that we can do this.
Yeah,
No, man, you're down 3-1. Stop saying shit, dude. Play one game at a time. Like let's say and another thing he said, this one game was anomaly.
anomaly. Yeah, it is because he contributed to the anomaly. Like,
But dude, they're in the history right now. That
yeah,
the team that blew the worst lead ever, the biggest lead ever, man.
I
What do
mean,
you mean?
people would have remembered Knicks doing that to the Cavs, but now people remember Knicks doing it too in the finals, doing it. Like this is the Knicks winning, and I think the Knicks the winning them winning is imminent. I think they'll probably lose next game, but then win game six. But like I think this will be like one of the greatest like series playoff runs of all time for the Knicks. But yeah, I think Wemby sometimes tries to present himself as a very confident person, but I think the way he says things is also very cocky. Like you can be cocky like Anthony Edwards and own it, but you can also be confident in like how like I think Steph Curry does a good job of that. Like one game at a time. We believe in each other. We're gonna be there every single. We're gonna take care of our possessions. I'll do a better job of going. Just all that same bullshit. You just gotta say, right? But you can't be like we're gonna come back. You guys are gonna come back from this, right? No, you,
Dude, like the best thing like the Knicks players say, like literally the one could have said this too. He's like, look, what happened last game happened. The series is 0-0 in our mind right now. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. Let's just go. And I just don't understand for him to say that we know we're gonna do it. Like,
yeah.
But and also, I mean, like, I want to get your point on this. I want to get your take on this, Tapis, right? So I kind of you got to compare this meltdown with another historic kind of meltdown too. And I go back to the Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. That was a. I'll tell you right now. When you say Matt Ryan, you'll remember that
Oh yeah, for sure.
meltdown,
Yeah.
right? And that Falcons team never recovered. Just never. And they still had Julio Jones and all them boys. They just never recovered. I will tell you, if San Antonio ends up losing this series, which I feel they will. I mean, I'll be shocked if they come back and win this series. If New York lets them even do this, and that's the only thing they have it on their side. That if they can erase this meltdown, if they could come back from 3-1, be the second team to come back from 3-1 to win the series. That's the only way they can erase it. But what I'm trying to say, if they don't do that and they end up losing this, those shoulders for Wemby just got even heavier. Meaning, like he's gonna be associated with this meltdown
Yeah.
for a while, dude.
Yeah.
For a
Until
while.
he wins one. I think when he wins one, that'll kind of go away. But
Kind of. But people
but
will
there's no
still talk
guarantee,
about
right?
that. But I think it's funny. This kind of goes on your permanent record as
Oh
a
yeah, for
best
sure.
player.
It should. It should.
It kind of goes on your record. You know how people say, you know how people always discredit LeBron to go to Miami or Kevin Durant going to Warriors. It's like it's on the permanent record. Even though LeBron has won it in Cleveland, he won it in Lakers after Miami. People still say that he went to Miami and jumped the boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if Durant ends up winning with Houston, they're still gonna say he went to the Warriors to win 2 championships there. So as Wemby, this is gonna be in your permanent record. People don't believe that. He's gonna be judged by this too, that he was part of one of the greatest comeback meltdown ever. Because honestly, like as the best player, you couldn't even do anything about it. That's the sad thing. And also. I want to get you the last. I want you to get. Before we move on to Game 5. I want to get your take on this. What do you think about that last play that Miss Johnson threw up? I hated it.
Oh yeah, that was stupid, dude. Again, it's just all coaching, man. All coaching.
But I have a question though. If you have it was 1.2 or 1.4, whatever it was, or 1.8. I don't know what the hell. It was 1 point something, which is enough time. It's a lifetime of time, basically, to get a good shot up, right? Why not why not draw a play for a Wemby where he can get a one-on-one match and go
And
up?
get turned around
Dude, no
shoot.
one's
Yeah.
blocking Wemby. No one's blocking Wemby. I swear, no one's blocking Wemby. Why not drop a play for a Wemby's shot? And if you make it, you win the game. If you miss it, you lose the game with Wemby. What the hell was that draw up over to Castle? Like, what the hell was
Wemby
that?
has the longest reach, right? So he's going to catch the ball no matter what. That's a guarantee. Just throw it up in the air somewhere near his vicinity, he'll catch the ball. And his primary defender, Cat, was guarding the ball. So you have an opportunity, just throw it up. Cat's not going to get to Wemby if he's near the post or something. Like I don't get what that play was. And you're just I mean I don't. That was again. The loss happened before that play already. Like once De'Aaron Fox made that dumb play, once Wemby missed those twos, the loss had already happened. It was inevitable.
You know what's crazy, Tapas? So before that possession came up, right? Like just being a basketball fanatic that I am, like as a coach, that I
Mhm.
call myself Coach K, like I would come here with a play in my mind. What I would do if I was Mitch Johnson, right at that time, like what play I would have drew up, right? And to be honest with you, where Wemby was, that's a perfect place to have him there. But what I would have done is I would have had a player that was guarding Jalen Brunson. In this case, I think it was Cass. No, it wasn't Castle. I think I don't. Oh no, Jalen Brunson was out of the play. Sorry,
Yeah,
I would have got the player that I think it was Josh Hart or whoever it was. Josh Hart. I think Castle was guarding. Josh Hart was guarding Castle.
yeah,
What I would have done is I would have had Castle come down and get because Mitchell Robinson was guarding Wemby at the time. Mitchell Robinson, he's a good defender, but he's not athletic. He's not mobile where he can get around people, right? What I would have done is I would have had a hard screen on Mitchell Robinson, had Wemby go to the court, go to the hoop, ball thrown higher. Wemby just dunks the ball in. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah,
No, because I'll tell you right now, Josh Hart, OG cannot get to Wemby's length. He would have
yeah.
just dunked the
Exactly.
ball in.
Yeah,
That's all you gotta do is just come around and do that. Like, look, Wemby's right here. Look, Wemby's right here. Screen. Wemby comes around and just dunks the ball. That's all. Throw the ball to the rim. That's all you have to do. He couldn't even do that. Come up with that kind of play, man. I mean, just do that.
yeah. I don't. Again, maybe they had a different play and Dylan Harper just fell apart. I don't know. Like that. It was it was very poor execution. Obviously, I think Cat did get a tip on that ball. But yeah, I think
The only reason Cat got a tip on that ball is
he was
because
going in that direction. Yeah.
where the ball was going, you can't throw higher enough because Cat's not going to get the ball. So
Right. Right.
you
Yeah.
can't float it in, right? If you float it in, then obviously Cat's not going to get that ball. So you
Yeah.
have to throw it in a way where
The quick. Yeah. Yeah.
But again, if they would have thrown it to Wemby, you can throw higher and farther,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
And honestly, I don't know if you saw the reaction today of the video that's been surfaced. What's your take on this? Before you move on, that last play, right, when they were guarding the inbounds and Cat was guarding the inbounds, when they're going to it, Cat called the fans over, saying, "Get closer, get
really,
closer." You should
that's
watch
sick.
that video. So Cat's coming to guard the inbound, right? The play's gonna happen. He tells the fans, saying, "Crowd up, like crowd up, let's go, crowd up." I think it was Dylan Harper. I don't know who was throwing the ball in, but he didn't have. There's fans like literally like right next to him. Watch that play, dude. It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
So now obviously people are bitching about it, like San Antonio people like that's not fair, But
No,
hey,
who cares?
it's home court advantage. You're
Yeah,
gonna
it's home
wear
court
that.
advantage. No, I didn't see that one, but I saw a very, very cool video that Ben Stiller, who was in the court side, he's a big Knicks fan, right? Ben Stiller, the actor director. He actually like shot an entire cinematic sequence of that last play. Where like he was like he got on he didn't get on the court, but he was in the out of bounds, right? Then the tip happens and he like ran around and as they were hugging, like he was like panning. It was very cinematic. It looked like legit like a Hollywood movie, and he
No,
did it in his phone. You should watch it. It was looked so sick. But like I think he was ready to also like just capture it. He got the whole thing of the tip, the miss, and then they were celebrating all that stuff. He got it all cinematic. It was so freaking sick.
bro.
But yeah, let's go. Let's go move into game. Game was it 5? Yeah, game 5 predictions. I think the Spurs win it again. I think Knicks will close it out in 6 and at the Garden.
Okay, so I would agree with you, but the Knicks have proved me wrong this playoffs because I always felt that, oh, this team is not going to lose on their home court. What I mean by that is that Knicks went into,
The
what
Knicks
was it?
fans, yeah.
No, Knicks went to game 6 in
Mhm.
Atlanta, right? Atlanta needed to win that game. It was Knicks were up 3-2 actually, and Knicks went into Atlanta.
Yeah,
That was the massacre. Remember at halftime it was like 20-80 or something.
yeah, it was
It
insane.
was in Atlanta, and Knicks threw a massacre there. And then same thing moving on to
You're
Eastern
right.
Conference Finals. They're up 3-0. I even thought that, okay, fine, give Cleveland one game. You can't. I don't think Cleveland gets swept. There's no way in hell Cleveland will lose at home. Like no way. Knicks came out with such a like energy, aggression, everything, and they basically
Yeah, you're right. They have been closing out teams
same thing
very,
with Philly.
very
Same thing
brutally.
with Philly too. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, oh, it's not gonna happen,
I
and
think it was
they
the
just
average is
it,
like what 38 points. I think in the
yeah,
last in 3 games, blowout games.
yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that every closeout games, it was at the other team's home floor, and I always predicted that that other team will win that one game, and Knicks just blew them out. And so if I'm look Knicks, I love Knicks, my second favorite team. I always said, and so if I'm the Knicks, please don't.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
No, I'm saying please don't give San Antonio life and just kill them in game 5 and just
Don't you want to
because
celebrate in New York with
oh
that
no
garden, dude?
no
It's insane.
celebrate it celebrate when you come back with the parade. I don't honestly look right now. All the pressure currently is on San Antonio.
Of
All the
course.
pressure. Literally, if Knicks wants to play like without pressure and win this game, it'll be this game. Because after this game, all the pressure will move on to the New York Knicks.
Mhm.
They will play like, for example, that game 4 had the most pressure on the Knicks, and you saw how flat they came out, right? Because they had to win game 4 because they gave up game 3, right? And San Antonio was about to get the home court back until that comeback. So if Knicks want to like just kill San Antonio, they should kill it in game 5 because I think game 6 you gave Spurs life, and you gotta remember Spurs remembered what happened last time in New York. They were up 29 and they blew that lead. Spurs will have that taste in their mouth, and they'll remind their guys. Last time we were here, they celebrated the greatest comeback. Let's force this game 7.
Mhm.
No, and like I'm just telling you, Knicks who does not want that pressure. Forget winning in Madison Square Garden. Kill them in San Antonio
Yeah.
and just that's where Alamo
Yeah.
happened. Let it happen there and call it a day. Call it a series.
I
I'm hoping Knicks win in Game
Yeah,
Five.
I do give you that. I think Jalen Brunson, of all people, I think he's had that, and I think it was what's her name, Malika Andrews. She pointed out he's had that Kobe's job's not finished mentality this entire playoffs. Like he didn't celebrate when they won. He wasn't smiling when they won the East Conference Championship. He's just like, was like, okay, next one. And I think she said that like there's a Larry O'Brien trophy in the locker room or something that somewhere that he can see, and like he'll avoid that. He doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to look at it. None of that. Like so, like he's had that mentality of like jobs not finished. Remember, like against Celtics, he said that Kobe did a long time ago. I think
Okay,
he's had
Orlando.
the same mentality, right?
Yeah.
So you're right. Maybe it is probably just like, you know what, we're not the Spurs. We're not gonna be complacent. We're not gonna give game away. We're just gonna go in there and just you know
Yeah.
knock them out cold. Because that's again they have done that. Each of the closeout games in their playoff run is like average 38 points, which is absolutely insane to me. The fact that it's average 38 points.
I'm telling you, man, they should have that mindset of just guys. Let's go home with that trophy and celebrate. Then let's now bring it back to Madison Square Garden. We don't. They will enjoy it when they have the parade. We don't need to win it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. Again, like I said, Tapas. I know I said it when the final started. If Jalen Brunson wins this championship, he'll be the greatest New York Knick ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you this, man. He will be talked about just like how people talk about Jordan to Kobe. People, there's always an heir apparent, right? Because I consider Steph as Jordan, right, in this category. Because I consider Steph and Jordan like in that different position category, right? People will consider Jalen Brunson to a Kobe. how they compare Kobe to Jordan. Like basically Steph to Jalen Brunson. That's how good of those guards are. Basically,
Mm,
the clutch factor, the killer instinct,
mm,
and the size. You know the way they play and the way they command the vision they have and the command respect they have amongst their peers. Because Jalen Brunson has that killer Mamba mentality that he's not gifted. Like I always said, he's not gifted, but he worked hard and he's a second round pick and he shows himself like that. Hey, look, I'm still the one of the great point guards right now. Currently playing this game. So I'm telling you, if Jalen Brunson can win one championship for New York, he'll I'm telling you, he'll be the greatest Nick ever.
yeah. No, I agree with that. I think in recent time, for sure, he'd be considered one of the greatest Knicks just because of everything he's done. Not only obviously leading him into the playoffs and into the championship, but also taking a team friendly deal. So he's about winning. Like that's the culture he also has himself. Like he took a pay cut so that they can get more people in the roster, all that kind of stuff. So this would be a absolutely historic win for New York. And this reminds me, and this is like one of the sad memories of us as Laker fans, is when Detroit Pistons whooped our ass in, was it 2003 or something like that, whatever it was, or
Yeah. So,
when we had Carmelo and Gary Payton, we had a stacked team and they beat us in 5 games, right? So like, and it feels like the same thing now. This the Spurs got one game, and just like how they said, Lakers got one game, but Detroit absolutely like just killed us in that series, and it feels the same way. The underdog is such a heavy favorite now. It's crazy.
it's insane, man. And then like I want to, I want to see how Wemby comes out, man, in that game 5. And I know he's gonna come out aggressive, and sometimes good for a team or sometimes bad for a team. I want to see
He's got
how
to
he
be
plays.
aggressive, dude. He cannot try to be like, oh, I'm going to try to get my teammates involved. No, no, no. If he's going to go out there, he's got to go like 12 for 30 if he has to, and go down. And he might lose, whatever, but he's got to go out there and just swing for the fences to
It's
show
kind
that
of
you're out there.
it's kind of like what Shai did for Game 7, right? Nobody
Yeah,
showed up, but he showed up. He had 43 points,
exactly. He's
but
got
he
to do
didn't
the
get help.
same
He,
thing.
he didn't get help or anything, but like that. So I want to see how Wemby plays, man. This is gonna be. I want to see if they can force a Game 6. If they can force a Game 6, then all the pressures go back on New York because San Antonio has nothing to lose now. They won on their home floor.
Let me ask you a last question before we end the pod. So obviously, Knicks are heavy favorites. What percent do you give the Spurs making this big comeback? What percent?
Just because they're talented, they're young and talented and athletic, right? I would give to force a game. Someone, what percentage you're asking, right? You're gonna be shocked, but I'll give it 40%.
40%? Damn. I'm at 10.
No,
There's
man.
nothing the Spurs have showed me this series that I'm like, yeah, they got this.
It's just that Spurs, everyone knows has the best player, right? I mean, not best player.
Right. The
Sorry,
best player between two teams, yeah.
yeah, Wemby is a game changer, right? I mean, I think the best player has been Brunson for the whole entire series, but I just feel that Wemby is the type of player that if he wants, because Wemby is the only player in this series that can affect the game both sides, defense and offense. Jalen Brunson can only affect the game offensively, right? And when you can affect the game both sides and control that shows that you can do what you want to do if you want to
Right.
force a game 7. If Wemby goes out there and puts, I'm not saying he will, but puts in like 30 points and like 15 rebounds and 8 blocks, he control the whole game, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Man, he
not
did it
losing.
against the Thunder, right? Like, that's how
They're not gonna
dominant he had to
lose.
be.
Yeah, they're not gonna lose the game. They're not
Yeah.
gonna lose. So that's why I give him 40% because I know what Wemby is. He's a freak of nature, man. This guy can control game both sides. That's why I give him 40%. That's what I'm saying.
The reason why I'm lower is I'll give you that, and I think Wemby will probably do that in Game 5, but Wemby has yet to show consistency around it, like back to back games because he's got to do that the next 3 games guaranteed if they want to come back and win a championship, right?
The only good thing is that now every game has 2-day rest. So
Yeah, and he's also getting very fatigued. Like he's getting very tired over these playoffs, and so that's my only thing is like I give you Wemby is a game changer, and he'll have that game in Game 5, but he has not been consistent. He's up and down so much with his offense. I think his defense is still quite there, but his offense has been so up and down. Sometimes he didn't even make a 5 rebounds. I mean, you're 7'6". You gotta have more than 5 rebounds in a game, and he doesn't have that. So like, you know,
I get it. That's the thing.
yeah. So
Exactly.
that's why I'm at 10%. And again, Knicks have been absolutely amazing the entire playoffs, not just this series, but this entire playoff. They've been very impressive. So I'm that's why I'm at 10% with them. Even though I originally did choose the Spurs to win the series.
I know, man. And I chose the Knicks. This is the reason why I felt Knicks had an advantage because they knew what they wanted and they were just. I felt that Knicks went through the hardship of the past 2 years, losing to the Pacers twice. One in the semifinal, one in the conference final. Those are heartbreakers, you know. After they beat Boston Celtics, right, the best team, right, in the East, like last year, you know. So it's like they went through those heartbreaks, you know, and they know they don't want another one. They're ready for it, right? And Spurs haven't been through any of those heartbreaks.
Yeah, this is a
And
heartbreak.
I mean, to be honest with you, that the way that Game Four started and Wemby was pointing at his head to Mitchell Robinson, and I'm like, you're getting way too ahead of the game. Relax,
Yeah.
dude. Like, be a little humble. Like, the game's not over. You know, like game is not over. Just
I
like
mean,
you know.
he of all people should know because he did that to OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder were celebrating and all that kind of stuff, and he came back and had double OT game. Like he should he of all people should know. I'm not gonna go out there and be all cocky. Like I don't get it. Maybe he's just a youngin. He doesn't quite understand. I don't know what it is, but he's got to just have that Jalen Brunson like job's not finished. We've made it this far, but we haven't gotten the chip yet. Let's just keep going. Like he didn't talk that much smack, and I appreciate that about Brunson.
That's crazy, man. You know, but I want to see what happens. I'm excited for this game Saturday tomorrow, man. I want to see how they come back and win this and play this. You know, so
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
gonna.
I feel like the Knicks fans are gonna be just it'll be a Knicks home game anyway, because they travel so well. They even said that it's cheaper to fly to San Antonio and go to get a nice ass seat over there versus getting one nosebleed seat up
So,
in Madison
did
Square
you
Garden.
see that New York fans have bought like I want to say 40% of the tickets already,
Yeah,
or something?
I believe it, dude. When they won the 2 games in San Antonio, it felt like a home game. Like they were so loud. I was like, it's not MSG. What the hell is this?
This is reminding me back of 2000, was it 14? Yeah, I think it was 14 when the Chicago Cubs were really good and they're making their right to the Super World Series and they made the World Series and they haven't won over 100 years and like their fans travel to the other city and like it was insane. They're playing Cleveland, I think at the time, and like it was crazy, man. And they traveled to Cleveland and everything. It's like and they're there. You can see them visually there. It's insane,
Yeah,
dude. So man, I'm just happy, dude. New York actually will win this. That'll be great, man. They're up three
yeah.
one. I
What a
just think
series, man.
I don't think the city will survive it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think so. I mean, it's they're already destructing property the last 2 home games. I can't imagine. I mean, you're
I'm
gonna have to call
surprised.
out the National Guard for this.
I'm surprised they haven't called. I'm surprised they haven't said like they haven't like called National Guard yet for
They
everything yet.
probably
You
will.
know.
As soon as they win, they'll be like, "All right, state of emergency, National Guard, go out there, like just control because they're gonna go insane."
What's your take on Wemby getting egged?
I saw that. What man? I don't like that kind of stuff. Like I don't like when fans do stuff that like to the players. Like Wemby feels shitty enough. No need to throw egg on his face.
A question for you for that, right? I was talking to my wife about this, right? And she's like, I don't like it either. You shouldn't do that to another person, right? That's just dumb, right? Show some respect, right? But if you're the San Antonio Spurs, right? If you're the owner, right? I've been to fancy hotels, right? Like really good fancy hotels in Vegas. So have you, you know?
Hmm.
If Vegas has it, all right. If Vegas has it, then you know New York has it, right?
Hmm.
Why not go to a hotel that has like a back entrance or private entrance that no one, like no fans or anyone can even go like I want to say 100 yards. You know what I'm saying?
The Knicks fans are crazy, but they're gonna find it out, dude.
No, but I'm
Come
just
on.
saying, like, I mean, once you get a better hotel that has a better entrance, like no one can go. Only people with permits or like authorized people can go in that alley. Nobody else can go. And
Yeah.
New York has stars
Oh
in
yeah,
living
of
in,
course, of course.
and so I blame more of this on Spurs, meaning like the owners chipping out on what hotels to get, I guess, because come on, man,
Yeah.
you
No,
know.
I get it. I mean, it's obviously they gotta do a better job of managing that, and also Wemby is a big target. I mean, you just gotta throw an egg within the vicinity, gonna hit the guy because he's so goddamn tall. But yeah, I mean, and then you had the whole thing with the Spurs fans having to be like surrounded by the police because they were getting beaten up by the new. I mean, this is why like people don't like Knicks fans either, because they're like, this is the kind of stuff you do when they do win. And it's the same thing as like Dodger fans. Dodger fans here are also just as bad. And I'm a Dodger fan too. But like if you go to the Dodger Stadium and they win a freaking World Series, someone's car is getting lit on fire. And if you're the opposite team, if you're especially Giants, you're gonna get the beat shit out of you. It's just how it is. And
Yeah,
I hate that because that's a very toxic fan base.
yeah,
But
it's crazy, man.
it's good. Yeah, I cannot imagine how New York will be. It's gonna be insane.
All right, predictions, man. Game 5,
Yeah,
and
game
what's
five, I definitely have the Spurs, and I think Knicks close it out at MSG.
okay? So that means our pod on Monday, we're gonna talk about Game 6 in your.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have a champion for New York Knicks. I think New York will close it out in San Antonio.
in fact, yeah. I mean,
I
I can
think
see
I
it too.
hope it.
Again, I can see.
I hope. I
We'll
hope.
see which Wemby shows up, but it's gonna be insane, dude. What a series! Honestly, I didn't expect it this way, but we got everything. We got the ups, down. We got a crazy, insane comeback. You just can't ask for more, man. This is good. This is good NBA.
Honestly, this is the best finals I've seen in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the Lakers. Lakers, I won it. I didn't give a shit about Miami game. This is when Golden State played the Cleveland. It was good for who was in it, but it wasn't great. This has been a great finals. Like the last time, I'll be honest with you, Tapes, you're gonna laugh at me. The last time I enjoyed finals this much was Lakers and Boston in 2010.
With Kobe and Kevin Garnett, and
Or
then
2000 or 2008. Yeah, or Lakers. Last time they faced off to each other was 2010.
yeah,
That was every game. I was like, I can't wait.
yeah,
Cannot wait for this
yeah,
matchup. Like that's how crazy this matchup is right now, man. I love it. It's been that long, man. To be honest with you, it's
yeah.
been good 16 years. So I love it, man. Since before we close it out, since we're talking about state mind of New York, right?
Mhm.
I saw this thing on Twitter, right? Because this has been floating around about Carmelo Anthony. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. He was supposed to bring a championship to New York and never did,
Yeah.
right? So the three crazy facts about Carmelo that you know how they said like dinosaurs are gone and they're extinct, they're done,
Mhm.
right? I feel Carmelo's like that,
Oh,
getting
his
extinct.
legacy in New York.
Yeah. Not even New York, everywhere he. Okay,
Oh yeah, I see. Denver
two places he
Nuggets.
played. Okay, so you probably saw this too. Okay, so his nickname Melo.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
So when you ask Melo, people don't think about Carmelo. People think
Carmelo.
about LaMelo from
Yeah,
Charlotte Hornets. So
yeah.
you guys nickname taken over, and then the team that drafted him, Denver Nuggets, I think it was number 15. He played with or something,
Hmm.
And Jokic decides to wear number 15.
Yeah.
Now tell me this: who are you gonna retire? Because Jokic
Oh
brought you a
yeah, Jokic
championship.
for sure.
So
Jokic.
Jokic took his number where he was, and now New York Knicks, a team that you played for, and you're supposed to bring a championship there. Jalen Brunson is taking over the Knicks.
Hmm.
There's gonna be a statue for Jalen Brunson. There's gonna people gonna be know people gonna know Jalen Brunson as a New York Knicker
Yeah,
than Carmelo Anthony. I feel bad for the guy, man. It's insane, dude.
yeah, yeah. You're right. His entire. I didn't even think about the mellow part, but yeah, his legacy is completely washed.
Vanished. It's done. Like no one knows who. I guarantee you, man. Like okay, like I never seen Magic Johnson play, but we talk about Magic Johnson. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I think our kids, like your kid, like wouldn't even know who Carmelo Anthony is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm just saying his legacy is done, man. I'm just
I mean, he's also a really terrible commentator too. So like, he just
oh god,
he can't catch a break. Like the dude can't catch a
exactly,
break. Yeah, you're
exactly.
right, man. But Mello, I mean Carmelo. I mean, and then, I mean, this is not really, his fault. But there's also another Carmelo Anthony that got in trouble recently too.
Oh
So
yeah,
his
dude.
entire name is also like,
He got sentenced to life, dude,
yeah,
because he continued to murder Carmelo Anthony, dude.
yeah. Because my wife was like, I didn't hear about the story. My wife was like, did you hear about Carmelo Anthony? He just got trouble with murder. I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh no, it's a Carmelo with a K. I'm like, oh my god. Even his
It's
entire
crazy.
name is also tarnished too. Oh man. But we will end it there. We'll be back again. Maybe we'll be back on Monday, but by then we might be crowning the New York Knicks champions. Who knows? Or we might
We'll
have
find out.
another insane comeback in the series. You never know.
We'll
Well,
find out.
stay tuned for that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Round balls, we are out.